Today we're going to be talking about how to use Google Slides on your iPad. When you start a new Google slideshow, you're going to begin on a blank screen that looks like this. From here, it's really easy to tap to add text. However, if you would like to kind of make your slideshow a little bit more unique, you can click around to add a specific theme. To change the theme of your Google slideshow, you will click the button in the top right hand corner. There's a lot of options, but what we're focused on is the change theme option. Once you click change theme, you have tons of options to customize and make your slideshow more exciting. So you can click on one that you think looks interesting, and it'll update all of your slides to match this type of theme. Now don't worry, if you get far into your project, into making your slideshow, and you decide you don't really like the theme you chose, you can go back and choose any different type of theme that you'd like, and it'll update all your slides for you. To add a new slide to your slideshow, you will click the icon in the bottom left of the screen. It's a little rectangle with a plus sign. And once you click that, it's going to take you to a menu of the different types of slides you can add to your presentation. So there are different types depending on the type of information you're trying to share. So whether you're sharing a lot of text or images, you'll choose a different template. So for example, if you're trying to write a paragraph, you might choose the title and body option, which will allow you to put a title and fill in the larger text box with more text. But if you aren't sharing a large amount of text and you're sharing maybe like an image or a picture, you might choose to use only a column of text or even just a caption. So you want to be mindful of the purpose of your slideshow before you are choosing the layout of your slides. Now let's talk about adding text to a slide. The first thing that you can do to add text, tells you right on the screen, is double tap to add a title or subtitle. And this is going to bring up the iPad keyboard. If you have an attachable keyboard or Bluetooth keyboard, you might not see this, but this is normally the main screen, and you can just start typing from here. It's time for the fun part, editing the text. So if you double tap to highlight the text, you have all your options listed on the top. So you can put your text in bold, italics, underlined, strike through. You can change the color of the text. You can highlight the text. You can do all of that to make your text look however you want it to look. You can align it left, center, and right. And you can also change the text's positioning within the text box. So right now it's at the bottom, but you can change it to the middle and to the top of the text box. Now, of course, I wouldn't recommend doing every single text effect on one slide. It might get a little messy, so use your judgment and do what's best for you. Choose your styling with your audience in mind. Make sure that your slide is easy to read and easy to see. You don't want your slide to be so overwhelming to your audience. Let's say we're working on a slide that's mostly text-based. We'll title this slide Tutorial, just for fun. So when we click to add text, we can start typing a normal paragraph in this text box as we normally would. This is a great option, but we have some other options available to us, like lists. To create a list, you can click the icon at the top of the screen that really just looks like a bulleted list, and you can start typing. Then you'll click the return key to add to your list. Another list option is a numbered list, which is right next to the regular bullet list, and it follows the same rules, so you can start typing and click return to add to your list. While there are really great features at the top of the screen, there are even more hidden features if you click the A with the lines coming out of it. If you click that button, that's where you'll find the options to edit the font and edit the font size. You also can edit the font color and highlight from here, just like you can at the top of the screen. And all of our paragraph options are the same as at the top of the screen, except for one additional one, which is called line spacing. So very quickly, I'm just going to type some nonsense that we will pretend is a lengthy and intelligent paragraph so we can see what this line spacing is all about. So here's our intelligent paragraph. If we highlight the text and then we click the A with the lines and go to paragraph and line spacing, we can increase the amount of space in between the lines. In addition to editing and customizing the text on your Google Slides, you can also customize the text boxes. So if you click the paint can, you can fill in the text box with whatever color you choose. If you click the pencil, you can change the border color. Oh, before I forget, going back to the paint can, you can also choose between solid and gradient colors. The gradient colors just give kind of more depth. They're a little bit more exciting, so you might want to give those a look. And going back to the border, you can change the weight of the border by clicking the icon with those 3 lines. So the weight is just the thickness of the border, so you can increase it to kind of emphasize more. And you can change the style of the border, so if you want dots or dashes, you can choose from those. Another fun thing you can do is insert different photos, shapes, or links to your Google slideshow. So let's talk about how to do that. So you'll look at the top right and you'll click the plus sign. This is where anything that you can insert will be found. So let's start with images. When you select image, there will be 2 options, either from photos or from camera. If you click from photos, this will take you to your camera roll where you can access all of your saved pictures that you've downloaded from the internet or pictures that you've taken previously. So you can click that and select one, and it will be inserted right into your Google slideshow. If we go back to that plus sign and image again, if we were to click from camera, this would take us directly to the camera on our iPad. This would be useful if you needed to take a picture of some sort of creative project or writing that you did by hand that you needed to upload into the slideshow. We can also add shapes to our Google Slides. So if you just click the shape button, there are regular shapes. There are also arrows, callouts, and equations that you could add. For fun, let's just add, let's add the sun. And the shapes are like the text boxes, and so you can edit them. So I can fill this, maybe, maybe we'll do a gradient since it's the sun, we'll have some fun. And I can edit the border, so I can change that color. And I can also mess with the thickness of the border and the style. So exact same as a text box. You can also insert links to your Google slideshows. So you'll see when you select the text that you're going to link, sometimes it'll give you that option to insert the link from here. But if we want to do it through Google Slides, we click that plus sign again and we scroll down to the bottom and it'll say link. If you click that, you can paste in whatever link that you have copied. Just make sure you have that link copied and ready to paste before you click this insert button. It'll make things a lot easier for you. Another fun trick on Google Slides is how you can edit the backgrounds. So how you do this is you hold down the slide in the left-hand margin. You don't hold down the actual large slide on the right because it won't work. But if you hold down the slide that you're trying to edit on the left-hand side, you'll get this yellow banner that comes across the top of your screen, and this gives you some slide editing options. So most of them you'll be able to ignore, but the main one that we want to focus on is going to be how to fill in the background with a color or with an image. So to do that, you will click the icon that looks like a paint can with a little square around it. and that will give you a menu to add a color or background image. So we can click a color, same thing, we have gradient options available, or we could choose an image from our camera roll or a live photo that we are currently taking. So let's just find an image to play with here, and there we have it. This tile in the top right allows us to change the slide layout. So for example, if you chose a slide layout that was for mostly text and then you realized that you wanted to add a picture but you didn't know how to reformat, you could go to this option to change the layout to maybe just a smaller column of text so you had more room for your photo. Another option up at the top is the trash can icon, and that allows you to delete your slide. And last but not least, let's focus our attention on the generic toolbar at the top of our screen. Of course, we have the undo and redo buttons. Those will be helpful to us if we make a mistake. But next to those, there's the little arrow that's looks like a play button. That's what you'll press to present your slideshow if you ever need to, whether in person or on a Google meeting if you're sharing your screen. Next to the play button, you'll see an icon that looks like a little person and a mini plus sign. That's the button you'll press to share your Google slideshow with a classmate. So where it says people, you can type in your classmate's email address, and then you'll be able to say if you want them to be an editor, commenter, or a viewer. Those are the different access levels to the slideshow, but you'll be instructed which one to use. And then you can send them a little message that will go to their email so that they're notified that they have access. This is what you use to collaborate with a classmate. Sharing with a teacher is going to be done through Google Classroom, so you don't have to worry about that. Now we have officially gone over all of the ins and outs of the basics of Google Slides on the iPad. I hope you are ready to make the most beautiful, amazing slideshows ever. Thanks for watching!